I woke up feeling like I really don't belong. I can't explain it. When I close my eyes, I see a strange reality. Am I dreaming, or on the edge of remembering? You wake up feeling like you really don't belong. You can't explain it, but when you close your eyes you see familiarity. Are you dreaming, or on the edge of remembering?
Okay, we're back. Okay, so, yes, I'm working on an entirely different kind of a thing today. This is my shopping cart thingy. And it was stained in a garage with like a motor oil kind of thing. And I can't get it off, so I decided I'm sick of looking at it, so I'm painting a sky and some grass and plants and stuff. Just to be, because I can't stand that blotch. So, of course, I went overboard. Because what else do you do? So, I'm going to first get a bunch of this green down. Has a lovely sound. It is called Kelly Green. Huh. It doesn't look Kellyish to me, but hey. And to make sure it sticks better, I am adding a little bit of my Liquitex medium. And I'm mixing it up with this big shaggy brush that's made for a thinner medium or to be a big messy oil paint mushy brush. Okay. So, hi. What is? Hola, hello. Hello again. Okay, so I'm sitting down over here. Look at that, I can still be on camera. And, oh, it looks like the microphone is perfectly covering what I intend to paint. Isn't that funny? I just, no matter what, I can't seem to do good camera work. All right, I'm going to try a little harder. Hold on. Camera, mic, camera, action. Okay, there it is. Now here's this gloopy green. And we're just going to Bob Ross it up here. Now it's going to dry even darker, which will perfectly cover the stain. But it won't be all that attractive, so I've got this almost fluorescent green that's going to be mixed in with it. Also a little white there. Like, you know, grass and blue sky, and I'll bring some more color in, don't worry. I've got to get something established here, you know? Oh, Oink, that awesome stick you got me, my friend was able to find it on Amazon. She broke her elbow just before the storm, or during the storm. They had to evacuate their house. They lost power, and a neighbor took them in. And so she's been, I gathered, pretty miserable. But I told her how well it works on my elbow, where I've got a bunch of nerve damage from smashing the hell out of it. And I said I wouldn't get anything like it. I would get exactly this. So this I know works. I couldn't stand buy anything else. There's more stain there. Hey, finally. I've been hating it since the time I was given this thing. Oh, hold on. Why standing up? figure, what's the difference, this or a house rock? How many house rocks have I decorated? So why the hell not this? Okay. Let me wash this stuff off. It's time for the next green. I forgot to tell you, our heat and hot water went out on Christmas. And I got my heat back this morning, but the hot water is only half hot because 2 furnaces went out. So, oh good. Yeah, Agnes, that was such an awesome thing. I don't know how much it cost on Amazon, but whatever it is, it's awesome stuff. I keep it on my nightstand because my elbows, especially the one I really messed up, will ache and cause me pain, wake me up in the middle of the night from being in one position or another, or sometimes just in any position, just too long. So, yeah, I'll just lean over and rub some on my elbow and go back to sleep. It's great. Okay. Let's see how we're doing color-wise. Now, because I'm not used to this being here, this lamp, this one right here, I keep hitting my head on it with my glasses and the top of my hair. So if you hear a funny sound, it's me walking into the lamp again. I'm trying to be more aware of it. It's a vision thing, and you're not used to that being their thing. Let's see. Oh, I need something more of a liner kind of a thing. Ooh. I got tools. Let's see. Another one, turn into jelly. I think it's time to get rid of all of these. Use them up and throw them out. Because it's just not worth it. It's all this cheap stuff. Okay. Yes. I am getting an unwanted amount of exercise today. It looks amazing. Thank you, Exie. So how goes it, everybody? Are you ready for the year to be over? Come on, we need some light color in here. so glad I save everything I think I can use in art. These mats came from the hospital. It's like, really? Can I have these? Don't throw them away. I just sat on it for a second. Matter of fact, there was one I didn't sit on. It was just there in the room with me, and they went to grab it. It's like, no, brand new. Oh, we can't. You were in the room. I have to throw it away. No, 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 no. I'll take it home with me. I can use it for the way I spill water in the studio. Yeah, I'll take it. And here it is, spilling paint on it instead. See? Well, that looks happier right there.
I'm squatting like a crab.
Maybe I should do it on this side. Ow. I'm gonna need painkillers if I keep doing this. I have a shorter garden in the back. We'll use a different flower. Yeah. Okay, I have ideas for flowers, but it's gonna have to wait. Because, you know, this has to dry first. So we got the two greens. Let's take a look. We got some poofy clouds. I got the stains covered. Cool. All right. Time to wash this out. And that. Now the water's definitely warming up. This can sit. I'll leave these colors out just in case. But what we're gonna do now is move, well, you're not gonna do anything. You're gonna sit there. Hello, Lev. Guys, what does that mean? Hello. Hello. Now why is this saying I need to sign in? I'm signed in. How many places do I need to sign in? My goodness. I do not understand you. So anyway, why can't I view my my stuff. What the hell is going on with my system today? It looks like I'm not signed in even. Where is that? It's on now, isn't it, Exie? We are hearing it, yes? Yes, it looks like it's working. It's just low because it's over there and I'm over here. I can't see who is here. Okay. We are going to move things back to the desk. Ow, I walked into it again.
Hi.
Okay, let's see if I can do this without destroying anything. And we have to move the microphone, and hopefully I will not disconnect it as I do this. Turn around, microphone stand. Might get loud as I bumble my way through the living room, aka studio. Oh, threatened disconnecting things in this. Okay, dokie, move this over, move this down. Heaven help us. What does this look like? We're back to normal. Oh my god, okay. Oops. I just have to stop hitting my monitor now and find my chair and my other water, and I just need, oh, well, I can surely it's 4:20. I need my tea, which is plugged in over here. You would think I had never done this before. Dead too. Alright. Let's plug this in. Get the water. Drinking and otherwise. Get a rag. If I don't coach myself through this, I'll never get done. Okay, there's the rag, there's the medium. Hello, hello, move over light. Oh, there I go, hitting myself in the head again. Or maybe I need to put the glasses on my eyes instead of the top of my head. Gosh darn it. Oh yeah, my cushion. I've got my tushy cushy. Da 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 da. Okay. No. Okay. All right, so this is the report. First of all, these work. There are tiny ears for Toblerina. This did not. It tore as I was taking it off the model, and I'm thinking of making it into something, but I'm not sure if it's really going to work. So I've been trying to reimagine the kitty cat hat for a small blunt on the top object, like, you know, Toblerina is. So, yeah. Okay, this as wings, it works. As it turns out, this is probably the single easiest thing of all. Cut out the lace we'll put in the back of Toblerina, and voila, we have wings. And then we just have to decide what kind of wings they're going to be. And after that, what we're going to add to it and what kind of background we're going to use. Like if it's angel wings, then I need some kind of a celestial background, you know, of some kind. So my thoughts are wandering there. As far as this, we can continue. I needed to make sure all of this was really nice and solid and nice and dry, because I am going to have to like really manipulate this the hard way, and it's not going to be the most pleasant part of the art here. But it will be effective, I think. So what I'm trying to do with this is connect each side going through this network of kitty cats, you see. Maybe like, you get the drift. So I guess I'll start up here and just bring it on down. Well, we may as well get started, because this is going to take a while and I'm going to have to let it set and dry in between. But one of the things that, yeah, come on. Do I need another one of these? No, I have two. Now, today's meditation that I did in the room, you know, the library, I do every Tuesday here. It was one of my old favorites, and it's kind of fun, you know, bringing meditations that we used to do years ago, and stopped doing. And one of the reasons we stopped doing was because a microwave kept interrupting. But we don't have to worry about the microwave interrupting anymore, you know? So I was thinking maybe we should reintroduce those on Sundays when we do the Twitch show, since it's already different. It's the only morning show I do. And we'll start out with meditation. The advantage there is that almost never is there anybody on the show first thing in the morning. Well, first thing in the show. That's 10:30. It's not that bad. So the mornings are very quiet, and that really is the best time to record a meditation. Now today, our deafest friend was not part of the group because she got confused, thinking that I was taking the holiday off like the staff was taking off. And I went to check up on her just because she's 95 and want to make sure she's okay. So she was surprised. She thought next Tuesday it's going to be 2 in the afternoon instead of 10 in the morning, because it's Walmart Day, you know, the monthly trip. So she too thought, no meditating today. But the good thing about it was, like, when she's there, I have to, like, have a controlled yell. And when I get into doing the meditations, I'm doing it along with everybody. So I like to have my eyes closed and my voice drops and it's quiet and meditative, you know? And when she's there, it's like I'm trying to get in the groove, but I have to really let it go so she can hear. And she is such a sweetheart, you know. I don't mind doing it, but it is a different kind of a dynamic, completely different, and it's pretty funny at times. But today it was kind of like really cool because I could just be quiet, and that's my more natural state. Excuse me. Hi. Oh my God, they found him. Oh, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Well, I'm gonna be a lot better. Those are the lidocaine patches, aren't they?
No. It's a super bowel prep kit.
Oh no. I got excited for nothing.
I know. Doing anything for New Year's?
I bought a brie.
Oh, nice.
A brie. I've got some crackers, and I'll was waiting on my friend in Dublin. We'll watch the Midnight Habit for him.
Nice.
Usually after that I'm done. How about you?
No, working. You know. Here you are, dear.
Well,
Have
Happy
a
New
happy
Year.
New Year.
Thank you. I'm guilty. Well, bummer. I got all excited. I thought that was my my lidocaine patches, but no. Oh well. Okay, so on we go. Well, I think I'll go up and then back around. Or maybe, I think we'll go down. No, I'm making up my mind right on the spot here, and I'm not doing well with it. Let me think. How many are we gonna have? Okay, we're gonna go up. All right. So, I was just asked about New Year's Eve. I just bought a little brie. I will be having brie with crackers and rich for New Year's Eve. My annual brie. It's always a brie or a cheesecake. And I decided to go with the higher calcium count. And lower sugar count. access off right now. Make those sharp little corners. Little meow meows. Do you have any idea what that person said, Left TV said? It's not English, right? I would like to be polite and return the whatever it is. I'm assuming a greeting. Stuff's dripping all over the place. All right, I need a stick. Let's pick up a little bit of this glue. Why waste it? Very elastic. Strange stuff. These new inventions. So, is anybody doing anything for New Year's? Hanging out with family? Is there a local tradition you guys do in your town? Private rituals? No idea. Well, let's see. What day of the week is it? The first of the year is a Sunday, so that's great, right? I'll be starting off the year here. Which we do frequently, actually, over the last 14 years. Interesting. I spend a lot of holidays with you guys. And let's see. So the eve is Saturday night. I'll be here, man. All right, sacrifices. Poor me, having to hang out with you guys. Yay. What do you got planned? Anything? I think we should do something. If you're going to join me on New Year's Eve, I'll be here at night after I tuck in Mr. Rich. because his midnight is going to come 5 hours before me, you know, mine. So I'm not going to bed that early. And I'm also not going to bed that late. I'm going to go to bed at what I feel is a reasonable time. But I can come here and hang out with you guys for a little bit. And I would like to do something new for New Year's Eve. I don't believe in resolutions. But I think it's a good idea to set some intentions. And these intentions have to be far more gentle than a lot of these resolutions often are. More like, remembering to take more time for ourselves when we need it. Promising ourselves that as close as possible to always, we're not going to say yes when our heart and everything in us is saying no. Things like that, improve our self-esteem. And because we endeavor to be nice people, most of the people that come here are nice people, or try to be. We're hard on ourselves. And we have to remember that you can still be nice even when you're making time for yourself. You say, I can't do that. I'm sorry, I can't do that. Or whatever it is you got to do and you're saying no to spending more energy on something than you really want to or can afford. You can say it politely. You don't have to say, fuck off. You can just say, I'm sorry, I just can't help you today. Or however you phrase it with whoever. You can say these things lovingly. And if they're any kind of a friend or someone who cares about you, then they will understand and be fine with it. And if they put up attitude, then you might want to question what kind of friend they really may be. Okay, well, that got a little messy. Let's clean it up. Hey, stay. So, our poor building manager, of course, is on call all the time. Doesn't matter when, that's part of the gig, as being the maintenance guy. And he has been training an old friend, someone he worked with for years, to help him out, but it's only part-time, which is good for his friend who's just retired and doesn't want all the hours. But it's only 3 days a week that he has an assistant. And there are 100 apartments, not to mention condos, and not condos, but like townhouses and stuff. So he's got a lot of property, and he's got to manage it. And he, even when I've seen him in the morning, it's like, what the hell? It's like, I didn't even think he started work at this early. And he's out there picking up trash all over the property. It's like, wow. So I thought we had somebody for that. Yeah, I guess he's it. So he's happy with getting a piece of cake. He likes my cakes, so I'm glad to supply him with the occasional cake. One of these days I'll send one home to his wife and family. So I feel bad for you having to come out here on Christmas Day. I hope it was, at least it wasn't in the middle of the night. And he said, no, he said, I just put, and get this, who talk about being envious, I just put the prime rib in the oven. I came over here, and sure enough, and he told me what happened, and then he said, and I got home just in time to take the prime rib out of the oven. And I'm like, prime rib. I haven't done prime rib in a million years. Okay, not a million years. At least 30. Because prime rib is another one of those things that you don't fix unless you have company or a family. And when it's just you or you and one other person, it's not a priority. That's a very expensive cut, and you need to get a certain size if you want it to be, well, we like our prime rib. I used to like me and we, the other we is part of my we. The weeness in the past. We liked it rare. So if you want that, you have to have a decent size, at least 4 ribs worth, I guess. But now I am like trying not to eat much beef. Well, I just don't eat much beef anymore because of cholesterol. And digestion, the old lady bit. It's like, oh, you can't eat that anymore. You really shouldn't eat much of that anymore. So I keep that down. It's like, okay. Give up this and give up that. Okay, little kitten head, come on. Trying. I guess we should go down. Yeah, we'll go down to this corner. It's gonna be cute. Don't worry. I need a cup of tea. I got up this morning and I did what the doctor wanted me to do. I took my blood pressure measurement and it was through the roof, which pissed me off, which was not good for my blood pressure. So I calmed down and I said, all right, we're going to do this the scientific way. First, we take a hit and find out how much this brings blood pressure down. It dropped it by like 20 points. It's like, okay, that's a start, but it's still high. And the medicine I'm on now, you have to have food with it, and I understand why, because I guess I didn't have enough food the first couple times I took it, and heartburn from hell. So it's like, okay, food. So after I got some food in me, I took the little BP pill, and I waited about 20 minutes, and it came down again a little more. But then I'm walking around, I'm doing my chores, and I'm going, I feel funny. I feel like My blood pressure is too low. Definitely, I can tell, I can feel it. So I went in the bedroom, I laid down, I stretched a little bit. And finally, I faced the cuff. And sure enough, it was low. I mean, not dangerous low, but the bottom number was 62. So that was like 127 over 62. It's like, well, the top number is perfect. The bottom was a little low. But I could feel the difference. And I think it was just too low. I guess I have to find out. They say it's this, it's a silent thing and your blood pressure should only be so much, etc. But you can tell the difference in how you feel. And if I feel crappy with a lower blood pressure and I feel good with a higher blood pressure, which one is right? They say you're not supposed to be able to tell the difference in how you feel. So I can tell you if my blood pressure is low. I always have, because I tend to pass out, kind of, not all the way, but I get the tunnel vision kind of a thing until I lay down. It's like, oh yeah, your blood pressure just dropped. Okay. Learning how to live with a human body, geez. I definitely need some tea, because what's in there ain't working anymore. It's like I can see the bottom of the cup. All right, we'll let this little bit dry a bit, and I'm going to make a cup of tea. Anybody else want a cup of tea? I think I've got enough for a couple, 3 cups here. All right. Have tea. We'll travel. We'll have tea. We'll sip. Okay, move this over before I drop tea on this. Oh, ow. Coming and going. I keep hitting that stupid lamp. Paper and fabric. Oh my. Alright, this is drying very nicely, but slowly. Very slowly. Interesting. That really does resist water, doesn't it? Okay. Got this. Doing nicely, doing nicely. Hey, hey, don't go running off. Eek. So cute. I love this fabric. Cute little kitten faces. Thank you, Sizzle. Oops. I went just a little too far. Hey. None of that. Let's get that out of the way. I keep pulling on it. Alright, I guess I'm just going to let this sit for a few minutes. It's trying to become unglued. Like that. Okay. I guess this is my cue. All right. Stay there. There's something we can do right now. Let's move this over so that can dry. And we have our little ears. So, of course, they're going to be pink. And I have the perfect pink. These Done Me colored ink, amazing. We've got the pink right here. So yeah, okay, looks like it's staying right here until I'm done with it. Okay, let's get a brush. Let's get a good shake on. Let's get something I can put this on. Oh, a linty? No lint allowed. The cool thing about this is it's got gold in it. So cute. But we need to get the string as well. Just in case I need to tie it and use it that way. It's not likely, but everything should match for obvious reasons. Okay. Okie dokie. Our Magic Bunny Pink back into the Sacred Gold collection. And here's our little pink pussycat ears, which will be straightened out after they dry. Right now they're wet, so the paper's curling up. And one side seems to have gotten all the gold. I will have to do the other side as well. Hey. Now there's no Liquitex medium on this yet, so they're not elasticized or plasticized rather. I'll be getting to that. Well, not today. Today is just about getting the colors, getting the color right. There. Okay. Yes, my skin is so dry here and there that it's grabbing at things. Okay. So refreshing. Okay. Let us return to the task at hand. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to buy some more of this. Unless that other clear glue I got works just as well. In which case, we'll just switch. The other one is way more convenient to find than this. Stay there. Can't have you hopping around. Maui, to be or not to be, that is the question. How Shakespearean of you today. Ah, but there are more choices than presented in Hamlet than, you know, we can make other choices. Life is not black and white. Although it sometimes seems that way. I mean, some things are black and white. So how are you? We're starting to ask, I'm asking, what the hell is everybody doing on New Year's Eve? After it is midnight in the UK, I'll be here. I will come on. So that'll be early, but it'll be evening. So New Year's Eve here, New Year's Day is actually, we're scheduled already on Twitch. So, and since it'll be the first day of the year, we're definitely starting off with a meditation. Books are always good. They're better to read than hit, though, you know. An enjoyable time with my... All right. This is what is good. That's good. I'll be here with you buddies. For as long as I can stay awake anyway. I go to bed before midnight, and then I'm in bed when it is midnight, but I'm not necessarily asleep. In fact, I'm frequently wide awake at midnight. I'm just not in front of a screen. I take that back. I am usually at midnight. If I'm still awake, I am playing a game. Or doing my meditation, which I also do late at night and early in the morning. Hey, come here. So how goes it over there with Mr. Kitty? Oh, I'm sure he does. It's cat time, man. Night. They're nocturnal. Like, now you're talking my language. What took you so long? I want you to be up in the middle of the night. I get all excited when you get up to pee. And then you go back to bed. What's wrong with you? This is the best time. Everybody else is asleep. This is when the mice are out. You can catch the moles in the garden. Okay, the first string is across. And you can't see anything, can you? Oh, what's inside you ain't as scary as what's outside of you. The thing is, and you know, I do encourage self-awareness. But are you discovering what you can change for the better? That's always a good discovery. Ah. Also awake too early. A lot of people wake up in the middle of the night like that, you know. It's a different crowd. People who like the night. It's like the most peaceful time, right? In this building, it's apparently the magic number is 4 in the morning. A lot of people are up at 4. Not getting ready to go out into the world, but they're up at 4. So I was hoping that there'd be room in my kitchen for a small table and a chair, just big enough for one person so I could sit there and have my tea and watch the sunrise. And it turns out, not by a long shot. There's not even a place for me to really lean and watch the sunrise. I guess if I sat on the edge of my sink with my feet up on the shelf, which, not the shelf, but the windowsill, that's about it. It's just too small. Yeah, I used to be one of them. A night walker. I did my best work from between midnight and 3 in the morning. Wrote my best music. Got my best ideas. But now it doesn't matter what time of day it is or night. Ideas come when I'm in the flow, they just keep flowing. But I also know a lot of ideas, they need time to cook. You get part of an idea and you keep it quiet. Don't tell anybody. Let it sizzle in your brain for a while. And eventually it's ready to be spit out whole. A good idea. Now, I think that it was this that actually inspired what I want to do over there on the thing. When am I going to be using it? I'll be using it the first Tuesday of the month. That's when people are going to see it for the first time. So I have time to finish it, but I want to get it done. Well, it's too late to finish it today. We're losing light too quickly tomorrow. Looks like I might need to add a little bit more white to the clouds, maybe some color. Maybe make it look a little bit more iridescent. I've got to see what mediums I have. I might still have iridescent medium. That might be cute. Lately, people are practicing their fireworks around in the morning for New Year's. Oh dear. Oh, that's got to be nerve-wracking. I feel for the animals. I mean, they've been trying to invent quieter and quieter. Actually, they've already invented them. They just need to stop putting explosives that make sounds into the fireworks to make them loud. Fireworks were not always as loud as they are now. Isn't that interesting? We made it louder. One hand we're screaming about noise pollution. And then we go ahead and add extra sounds to the environment. Jeez. I hate that. And I understand, because when I was living across the street, there was some idiot there. Actually, the idiot turns out to be living next door to me. But it's too cold right now, and he's not setting them off. It's been quiet. Usually like 8:30 to 9 or to 10, it's like, and then suddenly, like, oh, I fell asleep and forgot to set off the fireworks at 8:30. So it's going to be midnight because I woke up. They're exploded. I can go to bed now. It's a kind of a strange thing. And occasionally I get to see one. It comes up high enough above the trees. Yep, next door. That away. That away and looking down. Like right next door. I'm glad I don't have a dog. It's just hard on dogs. None of my dogs liked fireworks. Although they tolerated the sounds, some better than others. Some not at all. It's like, oh God. I've got a shivering mass of a dog It's gonna be shivering until after everybody's asleep. Poor thing. We tried so many different things to make him feel safer, and well, every once in a while we hit it on something that worked a little bit, and then it stopped working, like the hormones, nursing hormones, things that make them feel more relaxed, and didn't do that good. All right, next we have to go around up here. Let's try it this way. And there's the mess. I knew eventually it's going to get covered up anyway. It's like, don't freak out about it. Excuse me. Come on. It's getting sucked in to the fabric. Okay. Exie. I hear you, Doc. That's why I would like get all sad when Stephen Colbert goes off the air for the holidays. I count on these late night dudes and ladies. Stephen Colbert, Amber Ruffin. I'm gonna miss Trevor Noah. Seth Meyers, and of course the Jimmys. But I prefer the New York Jimmy versus the LA Jimmy, because I'm sick of LA. Alright, not sick of LA. I'm just never ever going back, that's all. 13 years was enough. Okay. We're making some progress. Okay, I got them all connected. A different colored thread. Oh God, I can't decide. could. Okay, if we went there, and then up here, and then down. Oops. Gotta go back up here. I could. Yeah, yeah. I'm like that too, Doc. Actually, I'm feeling a little hungry right now, but I have been definitely eating less than I used to. Because, I mean, there's not a whole lot to support. 112 to 114 usually is where I land. Occasionally up to 116, but, you know, there are some days I'm just full of shit, you know. So I'm going to weigh more. There are places that are getting it, and they're working harder, like Sadhguru in India, you know. He's been working very hard to make people aware of the connection between soil and prosperity. And, you know, in prosperity, I mean in all things, your safety, your health, your growth, your economics, your foods, all that. So there are people who are actively aiming for this. My niece works in, I think it's one of those, like a food thing. It's not like food kitchen, but it's, you teach people how to make simple, good food for themselves, and you supply them, and you demo it and all that. So she's doing some good stuff. She went to school. One of her specialties, one of her majors was water management. So, you know, like better irrigation systems, things like that. So Gen Z is definitely picking up on what they need to do. I guess she's Gen Z. Or is she a millennial? Oh my God. What's the generation that's the children of the baby boomers? I'm a baby boomer, apparently. So what's after that? Millennials? My niece and my nephews, they're millennials. And Gen Z is the teenagers right now, right? One's just like graduating high school and all that. I'm assuming. Since I don't have children and I don't have to spend any time in PTA meetings, some of this stuff is still kind of vague to me. Other than problems with the education systems in general. Lucky kids? I'm not sure what I'm reading. It looks like looky or locky. I guess you mean lucky? It's very blurry for me, sorry. I tried making the font bigger, and it does for the YouTube page, but I can't type on the YouTube page. Let's see what it says there. Yeah, there it is. I can make this bigger. Gen X? You're Gen X? How are you Gen X? I thought you're more like, well, you're 40, aren't you? Or am I making you older than you really are? In which case, I apologize. None of us need that. Oh, the Latchkey Kids. That's it. Latchkey. Right. So they don't have a cute nickname. They're just Latchkey Kids. Hey, you Latchkey? Sounds very Jewish. Or New York. No. No. It has the big paws ears. Shit. Now don't you laugh, Grady. You're older. You got oinkness beat, but I got you all beat, so you know, the last laugh is on me. Or at me. One or the other. I think it's time. I think it's time to resonate. I look so bundled up. I was cold this morning. I know, she's a young'un. I've got extra layer on. It was so chilly this morning. And, you know. But this purple is much prettier in person than I see on the camera right there. That looks kind of icky. Get in on some senior discount. You get some at 55? I didn't get shit at 55. I had to wait till I was 65. I got all excited too at 55 because there was something that does give you a discount. And I was like, all right, 55. I made it. I couldn't believe I made it. And then I just got disappointed. It's like, what do you mean 65? Oh yeah, I can't get in unless you're 65 or older. It's like, if I made it to 55, I made it to 55. You don't know what an accomplishment that was. So, yeah, I hope you can get a whole bunch. Ah. Now, you know, I have not taken advantage since I don't gamble. I haven't gotten any senior discounts at the casinos. Then again, like, I've only been to Foxwoods with Mr. Rich, and we don't gamble, either one of us. So, there hasn't been any occasion for it to come up, and also when I'm with him, I don't generally bring up the fact that I'm 68. Although sometimes I do. It's like, oh my God. Greetings, Charlie. Excuse me. It's a tea. You'd think it was coffee. Fred Meyer. Is that like one of those restaurants for old people? We have an old people's restaurant that has a man's name here, but it's Evans. Something. Bill Evans? Bob Evans. That's it. And they just have good old middle of America fare. Your meatloaf and potatoes kind of a place. Pancakes and that kind of thing. So, I'll be right back. It's resonation time. I know I'm a few minutes early, but I missed it yesterday completely. How do you do? One of those one stops, huh? They have everything from clothes and slippers to your carrots. My bedroom is still chilly. I guess I will have to take my little space heater out again. I'm a birthday Denny's kind of guy. Oh yeah, I forgot about Denny's and their birthday specials. There's no Denny's around here that I'm aware of. But see, that's one of those things without a car. I have to take a bus like you, right, to reach these places. But our town is like spread all over the place. And it's pretty much 2 buses to go anywhere except for downtown. Or the casino. One of the casinos. It's just 1 bus. They're at the end of the line. So, now, you know, with my birthday being St. Patrick's Day or St. Gertrude's Day, I should check out the casinos and see if they have any specials. Or give me a break on my corned beef and cabbage. Damn it. Oh, wow. So how was it? Oh, nice. Did you get pictures? Who'd you go with? Well, answer those questions. Did you take pictures, and who did you go with? Glad you had a good time. I think it's time to get the green. Oh. Few friends. Who has the car? Cute faces. Awesome. Cool. We do not have trains in my city. The train doesn't stop here. I have to take an Uber half an hour away to get a train. So I don't. But one day I will. I love my Good and Plenty. Yeah, you know, the only thing I liked about Good and Plenty, I loved the way the hard candy shells tasted. And then I had to spit out the licorice inside. So I ate the candy on the outside and spitted the rest out. Which is a disgusting way to eat Good and Plenty. Okay. Oh, this is going to be a little sloppy, isn't it? Sure it is. It's going to be a lot sloppy. All right, stay there. Stay there. Stay there. Stay there. that out of my way. Okay. No. God, what a cute face that is. Yeah. Okay, enjoy. A new way to eat them, yeah. Well, the irony is I really love licorice, black licorice. And I would eat, remember licorice nibs? The soft licorice that was cut off a, pipeline of it. I used to love that stuff. I'd go through binges of licorice. I still go through binges of licorice. But that was one licorice I just couldn't stand. It made the Good and Plenty have a certain kind of fragrance to it that I did like. And it only went so deep. And then the rest was like, ugh. Oh, the commercial. Well, he's going to eat dinner, but we'll leave that up there so he can see it when he gets back. Yeah. All right. Let's try that. I also want to get that. It's like they took pictures of real kittens and then posterized the hell out of them. If I go, I won't be back before you end stream. I don't know. I'll be here for a little while. Go eat. Or did you bring your food into where you're sitting there with the computer? It has been bitterly cold. I'm so grateful to have the heat back. Although I still feel a draft across my feet. So hopefully nothing else broke. But in any case, I do have an electric heater I can use to keep the bedroom warm tonight. I think that contributed to my restless sleep. I was chilly. Who's there? Hello. Seder, I got a cheap breed today, and also a pound of fresh salmon for New Year's Eve snack. So I'll have that with some crackers, possibly a karaoke coffee or something. That means some cream de cocoa in my cocoa. And after he goes to sleep at midnight, it'll still be 5 hours earlier here, so I'll stream on New Year's Eve, and the New Year's Day is Sunday Twitch, so in a way it is, you know. It is news traveling, the women being together, standing together from city to suburb. And this represents the communication. You know, communication lines, you know. Well, I did 10 versions of that. I took one and I think I called it the Eye of Heaven or something like that. And I turned it into a wrapping paper. So I'm going to look at all the different... see, the same problem that I had with the cockadoodles, reflecting light, not looking really as good as the originals, I'm having the same problem with most of the rainbows I did. So a lot of them are not going to be able to, I can't do really a whole lot with it. But some of them I'm going to see if I can make use of them and turn them into wrapping papers. So yeah, my wrapping paper is definitely going to be designs that are off the beaten track. There's going to be a shitload of them for well, rainbows, all kinds of rainbows, and of course feet, because of Toblerina. But I want some, like, you know, psychedelic kinds of stuff, so I'm having fun with that. I'll probably need suggestions of, like, if there's any specialty wrapping paper you wish you could find. I mean, I know you're an artist and you can make your own. You probably have more templates and stuff than I can't even do. I should be creating the really cool shit in GIMP. Actually, I don't know, maybe Illustrator, but I don't have that. Do it on my own graphics pad and then upload it as an image and then turn it into the different kinds of paper. Right now I'm just working with photographs. So it's got different limitations. Like I can't use a solid paint background, like a vector image, kind of a flat, cartoonish flat, and then put a photograph on top. It just doesn't look right. So yeah, I'm just going to start from scratch. Is there any flag wrapping paper that you know of? Have you seen any of that? You think anybody would be interested in that? Maybe for a coming out party. There's any rainbow is a good representation. But if you have any ideas, definitely. Now, to get the coolest patterns, I'm only designing, well, right now anyway. Later on, like when I get a better way of doing things. Right now I'm using their templates, so I'm limited to what I can do. So I'm only doing sheets of wrapping paper. Sets of 3 sheets. Also, I think that's more affordable. But they do have rolls available. I tried to make one like kaleidoscopic yesterday and it wouldn't work. I can only get away with that with a sheet instead of a roll, so. But we're just getting started. The ideas are flowing. It just takes so much time to put each one into, there it is in your face. Now you know what I was talking about, kind of thing. But all good, all good. How are you guys doing? What are you doing for New Year's Eve? Anything? And how is the little fuzzball with the cone doing today? Because I ask so many questions, and it's like there's no time for anybody to answer. Hello, 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 hello. Oh, so that's what the top of my head looks like. Oh, it is looking really silvery, isn't it? On camera. Now I gotta put the blue back in. I learned something this week, or last week. I knew about it before, but I didn't really understand it. Now I understand it. It's like, oh. For everybody with gray hair, if you want your gray hair to sparkle, and get silvery instead of just flat white or yellow white. They make a shampoo and a conditioner specifically for that. If you can't afford both, just get the conditioner. It's purple. It's dark purple stuff. And it's purple because it's got silver in it. And the silver goes into your hair and it brightens everything up. So instead of doing a conditioner where you just put it in and a minute later you take it out, you put it in and let it sit there for like 3 minutes or so, so your hair has time to kind of collect the stuff. And then you just rinse it out. And I'm like, look at that, it really is silver. I am pleased. Come here. Yeah, I made myself 5 little comfortators earlier. I figured that will work toward a fast dinner tonight. But this reminds me, where's my phone? Hold on a second. I may be missing messages. I haven't heard anything. Why, yes, I have. Please not be anything important. Hello? Come on, click. Show me messages. Oh, my friend sent me a YouTube link. I will watch later. Now, why has that happened? Oh, God. Twitter is crashing. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. What is it? Oh, the Three Stooges, right? Hello, 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 hello. Yeah, yeah. Got a whole bunch of their shit. Oh, what happened to my... Uh-oh. To my channel. To my live channel. It took me away. I shouldn't have clicked on that. Recently uploaded? What? Okay, now there I am. Yeah, I had a whole bunch of DVDs with Three Stooges and... Yeah, Three Stooges. They were not my favorites, but they were very clever with some things. Yeah. But I do like comedy from that era. I'm a Marx Brothers fan, so I wish I could meet somebody who was also a Marx Brothers fan, who just wanted to watch Marx Brothers movies. I don't mean like all the time, just not many people are into the Marx Brothers these days. Come on. Stay right there. It's not listening. Oh, Little Rascals. Yes, I don't have anything of theirs. I don't think. I might have maybe a couple of old DVDs. You know, stuff that was archived. Not by me. Loved them when I was a kid. You know, and that was like a big deal. Because I was definitely the spanky type. Although, when it came to singing, more like Alfalfa. Oh, I see what I did here. Come back. There we go. What was your favorite as a kid? Oh, man. I don't remember. I don't remember her or the teachers that they were always falling in love with. Miss somebody, right? Haven't seen him since I was as old as they were. So, God. Darla, right. Right. The dog with the eye patch. Miss Penny. Every time I think of Miss McGillicuddy, that's Lucy, her maiden name. Miss McGillicuddy and Mrs. McGillicuddy, her mother, who's a piece of work. One of the teachers. Well, that's a cute name. I think many years later there was a Penny on TV again, but on The Big Bang Theory. We're getting there.
Simply because you near me. Funny that's when you me. I'm in the mood for love.
Okay. Let's go back to our show. That was her. That was definitely Darla. Now, I liked to sing as a child, so I'm guessing I did not like Darla's singing as a child. I did like that those kids were always entertaining adults because that's what I loved most to do. All right, get some dessert. Dessert sounds good, but I have to have my dinner first. Well, 100 years, huh? I don't remember my copyrights for anything saying 100 years. I guess depends on who's there to keep renewing the copyright. As long as you got someone renewing the copyright, I think you can do it. Like when I die and I leave the copyrights in somebody's hands, it's like they can renew it when it comes around and keep it going. Only they can put it into their name, I think. I mean, they can't claim credit for having written it, but I think they can claim ownership if they've got the copyright in their hands. I had the copyright of my books in hand. That is cute. And it'll stand out. It's all sparkly. Disney, huh? Well, they might from them, but they still have to go with the copyright laws. The copyright laws have their own laws, and that's what you have to go with. So if Disney came up with some new fangled thing, I don't think they can change that. Music from the 50s will be in free domain by 2060. They really fucked us over. The bastards. Now, I haven't gone to copyright anything recently, not since the second book, so I'm not aware of these changes. I'll have to look up this stuff. Copyright laws used to be fairly straightforward for most things, and now they're a nightmare. You need a copyright lawyer. Maybe that's an arrangement so that people can't keep protecting their music and keeping other people from using it. All right, we're gonna have to let this stuff dry before I start accidentally dragging thread across the whole thing here. So this is where we're at. Let's see if I can. I don't know who's going to be able to claim that. It's all about money. It's like Twitter is crashing left and right. The app is crashing. They don't have the staff to keep it up, so I'm just waiting for a complete collapse. That's what happens when ego runs the business instead of common sense. All right, we're getting somewhere. I'm not sure where, but we're getting somewhere. We'll continue to work on the, this thing here. And in the meantime, we have to remember that Toblerina, it will be somewhere in here, traveling between the city and the suburbs. Okay. That looks dry now over there, but I don't dare work on it now. The light's too bad. But we're gonna get out some cadmium orange hue and cad red, and I think we're gonna make some poppy-like flowers on the front of that. Maybe some others. Maybe some lavender. Like, oh no, Twitter. You know, I was just starting to have a good time with some people there. And I hate to say goodbye to them, but I'm so sick of the drama with Musk. It's like, fuck it, I don't care. There's other places to go, and no one's going to hold this over my head. I don't care enough. So I'm with Tribal, unfortunately spelled Tribel instead of AL. And that's a drag because most people will be looking for it as Tribal, the way you normally spell the word tribal. Anyway, they're pretty much like a Twitter. It's growing. So I'm there as Toblerina Lafoot. What's for dessert tonight, Charlie? I got dessert. I got your dessert. Dessert. cheesecake, 2 cookies, a thin slice of chocolate cake. Oh my God, and you don't go for walks either. That's a big dessert. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Well, I got me a brie. Not the one I ordered. I ordered a triple creme, and they were out. So what I'm getting, or what I got, it's crap, I'm sure. But better than no brie at all. I walk every day to and fro the cafe. Yeah, I wonder how many calories that burns versus how many you're eating. Now, and this is not to you directly, Charlie, just when I was looking at, when I first got my Fitbit, there's all kinds of things you can keep track of. But there were only a couple things I was interested in, same things right now. I just want to know how I'm sleeping and how many steps I'm taking. I count my steps. And that's it, the sleep. Oh, and I set my alarms, so that's handy. But when I first got it, it offered other things, and one of them was like set your ideal weight, and then you also can start adding things to your, like, what did you eat, how many calories. So one of the automatic things it always does is shows how many calories you've consumed just by being alive, going by your weight that you put in there. It's like, well, it takes this many calories just to keep your bodily functions going. So without burning these calories, you're clearly not breathing. So it's like, this is what you're burning before you eat anything. And yeah, that doesn't mean a whole lot, because I don't know how fast you walk, because I can cover quite a bit of ground in 20 minutes. I can walk 15 minutes and a mile. So I don't know what your kind of pace you keep, but in any case, the point is how many steps versus how many calories you're burning versus what you're eating. So now I used to count calories for my parents because they were always on a diet, always. So I helped them with that. They had a little calorie counter book, and you had to look up all the foods. And so I was constantly being Adrian look up, and they would have to write theirs down, but I would look it up for them and say, well, you had 2 slices of bacon, 100 slices per slice of bacon, and it's 100 calories average for your egg, and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, so you've had already 450 calories for your breakfast, and you haven't even gotten up from the table yet. So I was that person. But when I started looking at it on my own, I started just to see what I was eating. I started putting in, and you have to look up all the calories again, only this time it's digital and a bunch of stuff's already there for you, which is nice. And then I started realizing, like, oh my God, I had this one thing, and I don't remember how many calories, but it was a lot of calories. And then it was like, it's going to take how long to walk that off? There's no way. There's just no way. You cannot walk off the calories you're taking in. It's, yeah, I don't know what people are doing to burn that off that way. I don't think that's effective. Yeah, so you're not burning many calories at all. So it's just a matter of looking to see what you're actually consuming versus what you're actually burning. And when I saw how long it was going to take me to burn off, I don't know what it was. In fact, I think that was in the gym that I'd learned that the first time, and then completely forgot it, and then was shocked when I was sitting there at the computer doing my Fitbit stuff. It's like, oh boy, I'm going to reconsider that bag of potato chips. So I started, it did help me because I stopped eating certain things. Like I stopped buying bacon at all. I went years without having any bacon, except when I eat out, I like bacon on my cheeseburgers. So if I have a cheeseburger, it's going to most likely have bacon on it. And I just chalk that up to, well, it's one of those not so healthy days. That's all. And then try not to have too many of them, because I'm not consuming as many calories as I used to, but it doesn't take much to knock, 500 calories down. Shockingly how easy it. When I first left and I was staying with a friend and I was having McDonald's every day because that was the closest thing I could get to for food, and she didn't have any food in the house, so it was like I'm starving. And every day I'd go over there and I'd grab a chicken sandwich. Now at that time, the chicken sandwich was fairly new. It was, and still is, it's a actual piece of chicken. It's not chicken chopped up and formed. It's a actual piece of chicken breast. But it's deep fried in really good batter, but it's immediately a little bit of mayo, a slice of lettuce, a slice of tomato, 800 damn calories for that one sandwich. 800 calories. That's a lot of calories for one sandwich when you start to look at, that's just one meal, and all I need to maintain my weight as it is without gaining any weight, all I need is about, well, under 2,000 calories, and I'm done for the day. I break even. So it was, oof. So because I did not want to end up with more problems with my back, I mean, I learned a long time ago, my doctors were straight with me. They said, you're going to have back surgery. You were going to implant a rod. You can never be over 115 pounds. You go over 115 pounds, you're going to start having problems with your lower back, where you're going to need a spinal fusion. And then you're going to be completely rigid. And the thought of being completely rigid in my entire spine has been enough to make me watch what I eat. Because I have gone up to almost 120, and I unfortunately too often hover between 114 and 116. And it doesn't sound like that's a lot, but when you have a spine that is jerked up, it's a lot. The worse your spine is, the worse weight is going to make it. So I have to be aware of that all the time. I don't want another spinal fusion. One was enough. Matter of fact, I died when they did that, and they had to bring me back. So, yeah, that was the second time I died. Second? Yeah, second. So, yeah, there's some things you just have to sacrifice if you don't want to end up in a wheelchair. I don't want to end up in a wheelchair. Well, I think we can leave this for tomorrow. I'd like to get fresh eyes on that. I feel like I need to put something up in here. We need to hook in more cat's ears. It is starting to look cute though. Oops. I have to look at it from way back. Okay. Alright, one of the things I'll be doing with this one is I need to create plants, grass. Like we're outdoors, literally, because Toblerina is going to be a little cat, you know what I mean, in the grass. Maybe make a cat toy here or something. So, cool. Why is it... I am sitting right in front of the heater. And there is some heat coming up. I guess it's just so damn cold out that I'm feeling it over here with the window behind me. So I think it's time for me to say good night until tomorrow. Parting is such sweet sorrow. Maui, and there you go. There's your Shakespeare for the day. You give me more. Okay, guys. I think it's time for me to go ahead and have one of my comfort taters. Get in my jammies. Chill out. I'm streaming tomorrow. Yes. Tomorrow. What the hell today is? Today is Tuesday, right? Tomorrow's Wednesday. Hold on a second. Let me double check. I have to actually look at a calendar here. Hello, calendar. Wednesday the 28th. We're good. We're good to go. Yes. I will be here. Aloha. Good night. I see you tomorrow. Don't let the bed bugs bite. I couldn't think of anything else that rhymed at the moment. I'm sorry. All right, guys. Until tomorrow. Sleep well. You too. You're just getting started on yours. I'm going to go and do my dinner. Aloha. Aloha. You'll have to sing it for me.